Tell me the truth. I know we've gone our separate ways. Can we get love back? I know we've had our better days. Can we get love back? Okay. Can we get love back?
Hey!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? It is time for Lights, Camera, Action. It is Power Hour Live right here with Work From Home Network TV. These are all my co-hosts around. Actually, I'm a co-host. They're a co-host. We're all co-hosts. I'm Anthony Michael Russo from Dallas, Texas, coming to you, of course, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, spreading love, positivity, supporting Be the Change, which is my company, because why? We can actually be the change we want to see in the world. Take action. Don't just create awareness. We have the opportunity and the power to be better. Aaron, what is going on?
Hey, that's me. I'm Aaron Smalls. That's right. If you guys haven't figured out yet, I'm a host, I'm an actor, I'm a DJ, and I'm learning all these other great skills. And if you didn't think that was enough, I'm extremely curiously talented. So I'm going to play saxophone. Yeah, I do it all. On to the next person. That's you, Liza.
Hello, everybody. What is up? I mean, Aaron, there is not a day you don't surprise me with a new skill. So a big shout out to you. Hello, everyone. I'm Liza Monet Morales, actor, TV host, and content creator in both English and Spanish. And yeah, that is me. Super excited to be on the show today. And yeah, rocking and rolling with the rest of my team. It's Wine Wednesday, so we got something just in store for all y'all. Take it away, Curtis.
I'm sorry. I'm just pouring myself a cup of coffee. Getting ready for the show. Hi, I'm Curtis Harkness. I'm in my evening wear because I'm going nowhere. Welcome to the show, Curtis Harkness. I'm one of the hosts and co-hosts of this amazing show. All kind of things I do, but I'm about to drink some of this so we can keep it moving right into the headline of the day.
Headline of the day.
Woo!
Oh, I love it. All right, we're moving into headline of the day. Sorry, I was getting carried away with some of the comments
With the
already.
coffee?
Can someone be ready to give him the Heimlich? Those are actually Curtis, don't drink the beans.
I chew
He's
them.
trying to do that TikTok challenge where you like keep spinning it and make it all frothy. I see where you're going, Curtis. I see you.
All right, now we're ready. Headline of the day. Oh man, there's all kinds of stuff going on with the headlines. There's a lot of things that we can talk about. We can talk about the Schitt's Creek finale. We could talk about the airlines. We could talk about Bernie Sanders. We could talk about all of that stuff. But because I am presenting headline of the day today, I want to talk to you guys about the pandas. That's right. I want to talk to you guys about Ying Ying and Lily, two pandas in Hong Kong. And I'm actually going to throw it to our other studio with our other reporters right now. Some may even call this breaking news. It's Panda Watch 2020. Over to you, Brian.
Panda Watch. The mood is tense. I have been on some serious reports, but nothing quite like this. Ching King is inside right now. I tried to get an interview with him, but they said, nope, you can't do that. He's a live bear. He will literally rip your face off. Hey, you're making me look stupid. Get out here, panda jerk.
Yeah, he was way off with those names. Way off with those names because it's not Ching Ching or whatever he said, Brian. It's actually Ying Ying and Lily. These pandas, two giant pandas, they just couldn't quite get in the mood, you know? They've lived together for 13 years.
Yes.
They couldn't get in the mood. They never could do it. And that's what I hear from a lot of married folks. That they just can't get in the mood. And but they finally did. They finally did.
It took the quarantine.
Yeah, cause for celebration in the world of animal conservation. And just a crazy fun fact for you guys. Female pandas are receptive and fertile for just 24 to 72 hours each year. 24 to 72 hours each year. If a male doesn't step up, then they have to wait a
Ew.
full year for another chance.
So otherwise, it's just for fun.
Otherwise, it's just for fun.
Gotcha.
Maybe for fun. It's good. It's good. I like it. I like it.
Well,
I'm trying to keep it in the headlines in the vein of happiness. And we talked about the tigers.
That is a
and
thing.
that was a thing. So now we're talking about pandas. Anthony, your facial hair has changed once again. So I'm going to go to you first. What do you think about the pandas getting it on?
Well, I think it's super weird, and I believe as though we can't trust any animal that only needs to functionally procreate for that few of hours per year. I don't find it normal, and I think there's an issue there.
Yeah, there very, very much could be an issue there. But I'm excited for them. Eliza, Curtis, you guys have any thoughts on
I mean, I feel like I need a glass of wine already. I'm ready for Wine Wednesday to kick off.
Can pandas do mustache rides? Moving on. Okay.
Oh my. Okay.
Oh, all right. On that note,
there's actually a video. I don't know why the video is out there. It's on Twitter. There's actually a video where you can watch the act happening.
Oh,
let's not.
If you've never heard what a panda sounds like during coitus, it is.
I gotta hear it. I want to know.
All right, no, I don't.
I want to know.
Guys,
I don't
tune into Biscuits and Gravy. All right, next. What are we doing next? Can we cut in the studio?
Y'all can go look it up on YouTube. There you go.
You can find it on Panda Bait.
Cut.
Hey,
around America, what we doing?
Once again,
my parents are watching this show.
Once again, folks, that was the headline of the day. Liza?
Yeah, let's take it away. We're rocking and rolling with the headline of the day. I love it. So we want to make sure all of you that are at home that are watching, today's was particularly interesting. If you're watching live or if you're watching the replay, we want to hear your comments. So please make sure to leave them down below for your chance to be featured on the show later on. Feel free to agree, disagree, all the things. If you have something to say, we want to hear it. So thank you all. Oh, okay. Looks like Anthony has something to say in the meantime. So
I'm going to actually do a mashup of our headline of the day and create one question. What is aroused for more hours throughout the year? Is it Bernie Sanders or is it pandas?
Or do we take flight on an empty plane with
There
us?
you go. Okay. That's just an added question if people want to get creative.
I mean,
I love
those are
it.
the only
Feel
two
free to leave your
passengers.
comments below. We want to hear from
Feel
y'all.
the burn. Feel the burn.
All right. My parents are watching. All right, let's go. Hi, Mom.
We're moving up to the
Hi,
next
Emily.
segment here, folks.
Hi, Kelly.
And in this segment, it's called Across America. I love that. We're going to get started right now here in Across America. And what this is all about is finding that news that's happening. We want the truthful news, but we want it to be positive, you know? So wherever you are, whatever city you're in, state you're in, country you're in, send us some news that's positive your way. We want to know what's going on across America. So with that said, Anthony, we're going to throw to you first. What's going on over there in Texas?
Well, let me tell you what's going on here in Texas. Since the anchor man run. Okay. Anyways, it reached 95 degrees here today. So
Afternoon delight.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Scotch. Heat. Get on my skin. No, it's hot as hell out here. So we've gone from 43 degrees to now 90 plus, which is probably pretty good for the old clearing out of the virus. So hopefully that'll start also doing some good. So it got hot out here. The health inspector is now going around the town of Dallas and shutting down. They're doing it nicely though, but they're telling people if they're essential or not. So they've now started making their rounds around Dallas County, as there were still a lot of businesses that were open that were not supposed to be. And then what we haven't noticed from the news lately is a lot of crime. However, last night there was the first drive-by shooting I've seen on the news in a while, which is super weird. But the interesting thing is they could not charge the person with first-degree murder since it was a drive-by because they kept 6 feet of distance. And apparently it's more allowed now. No? Okay.
Whoa. So
We just took a sharp left.
all right. So in Atlanta, all right.
That's it in Dallas. Kidding. But there was actually crime last night, which is super weird. Don't commit crime, and no matter what. That was just
Stay inside.
Yeah.
Please stay inside. Save lives.
We're losing it, folks. As you can see, are starting to lose it. So it's hot as hell, Anthony mentioned. So we're going to move it on. Feeling ill. Curtis.
Just had to add a little green to my coffee. Atlanta. It's a little hot, but it's a little rainy. So I got my fashionable city slicker. If you can tell, it's really nice. It looks great on me. Hey, what up? But really quick, just going in, Atlanta has a few things going down. And also statewide in Georgia, the governor extended the state of emergency for Georgia, set to expire on April 13th through May 13th. So heads up there. The next thing that is kind of, on point, Atlanta Zoo is taking additional measures to protect Sparky and Chelsea, the zoo's two tigers, after a tiger at the Bronx Zoo tested positive for COVID-19. The zoo staff wears personal protective equipment, PPE. So we call it in layman's terms, here in the industry, just making it up, when in proximity of all of the big cats and primates. So that's a really good thing. Atlanta is doing better than New York. Take that. Aaron, with Delta cutting in-flight meal services, that sucks because when you fly first class, you're not getting the meal. But the airline is donating all the excess food to hospitals and food banks. So that's amazing because that's actually going to help people who need food. And then the last thing for all you art junkies out there, the Atlanta Ballet has been hosting dance classes, many of them kid-friendly, via Facebook Live. So Atlanta is doing amazing things out here to keep everybody up to date, also safe, because we love our Tigers, New York. And that's what we're doing down here in the ATL. Hold on, let me take a little sip. I like fresh coffee.
I already don't like coffee or the taste of coffee or the smell of coffee. I'm a rare breed, and watching you do that makes my whole body cringe.
Coffee and olives. I'm good with that.
All right, let's take it over. So what's going on over there?
Well, first and foremost, I want to give a shout out to all my fellow Aries babies. It is officially our birthday month. The birthday celebration has continued. A big shout out again to Aaron for making my birthday super special on Monday. Wanted to show you all what went down in the underground. We ended up having a Zoom party. I had one of our resident DJs, Jacques, DJing for us. Aaron was there. We had about 45 people there, which I had a blast. But let me tell you, the food behind it was what really made it super memorable. So a big shout out to my girl, Steffi, who was on our show on Monday from Taqueria Las Comadres. This is her doing her safe drop-off of all the goods that she showed us on air. And I was like, oh my gosh, I know the boys are going to be super jealous. Here was the spread. I feel like I wish I could virtually send everything to you, as from menudo to a full taco bar to micheladas with all the drinks included, which I loved. But I have to say the pièce de résistance was my cake, made none other than celebrity chef and baker and cake designer Mark Ravel, who's done everybody's cakes from like Kelly Osbourne on down. He made me a toilet paper roll cake. So that was an sheet, as an SHEET moment. And I loved it. Rocking and rolling all night long. And I still have my little cookie shot that is from Dirty Little Cookie with my RumChata that I'm having this morning. She's reinvented the way that you make cookies. So I'm just going to keep celebrating. And I'm just doing that as I keep looking out my window as more people stay indoors, which makes me really happy. So that's what's going on here on the West Coast. What's going on with you, Aaron?
Gotta love it. There's not too much going on here in New York. Just a lot of the same old. So I have now taken it upon myself to engage. I won't call it a battle, but in a pursuit of recognition. That's what we'll call it, a pursuit of recognition. Because over the weekend, T-Pain, Lil Jon, they got into it. That was a pretty cool thing to watch with their musical selections. But now I feel like I'm going to get into a friendly pursuit of recognition with my friend Trevor Noah. 3 weeks ago, we were on this show when we first started. And as we were talking in the show, I had mentioned something about the face masks and about people looking like Mortal Kombat characters and all that jazz. And then just the other day, Trevor Noah, he decides to have his own bit on that, to which he posts this. So now I see your post, Trevor Noah, and I raise you this. These are Mortal Kombat characters before Corona. These are the other ones after Corona. And as you can see, we have unlocked a brand new character, the Curtis.
Woo woo! There he is.
To be messed with, especially if you eat raw coffee beans like a savage.
With the mask. With the mask. That's what makes all the difference in the world. Oh, and look at that. Just like that, Trevor Noah came back and froze Aaron.
Yeah, that happens. That happens.
Sorry.
Other than that,
sorry, I got frozen.
Other than that, Pershing Square is still a square. Coney Island is still named after rabbits, and the subway still costs $2.75 per ride. And this has been Across America. So with that said, we're going to throw it over to Curtis and Anthony.
I'm here.
Hi, Curtis.
Hi,
Hey,
Anthony.
All right, I'm gonna drop you guys off real quick.
Anthony.
Guess what time it is, ladies and gents? It is time for our Beat the Change moment of the day. Oh yeah! All right.
Oh yeah.
What we got with Be the Change, the whole concept behind Be the Change is having the awareness to actually be good to the people around you. And in this opportunity that I am calling an opportunity to do good to people around us, also known as the quarantine, the pandemic, or whatever it is, there are so many good stories coming out. There's hundreds a day that can be chosen as a Be the Change moment of the day. So I'm going to go ahead and just throw a corporate one up there because I think it's fitting. And there was my favorite part of it. Wasn't just the story, Curtis. It was actually the fact that no matter where I looked in the articles about Dutch Brothers donating 100% of April profits to first responders, I believe it's a Seattle-based company. Yeah, so 100% of April profits. I read a bunch of the articles on it. Not once did I see a name mentioned, a CEO mentioned, or anything. It was a corporate decision. There was nobody wanting to take huge credit for it. They were just doing the right thing, which is the power of being able to be the change. Curtis,
I love Dutch Brothers. I've been there multiple times. Like you and I have been in marketing for a long time. I actually met you on the tour that I actually went to Dutch Brothers first, and back in 2011. Yeah, actually, that's crazy, right? 2011.
When we were 16, I think, right?
I just graduated high school. I didn't go to college. Sorry, Georgia State University and University in France. No, but I really love it. I mean, the cool thing is having companies do that without asking for anything in return is a big deal. I mean, and not even saying the CEO's name, a person's name, like you said, that's a huge deal because a lot of people always want recognition. So I think that's a really cool thing. And also, I really want some Dutch Brothers coffee, even though I got my own. But, Dutch Brothers is very good.
If at the end of this, you really want Dutch Brothers enough, you come over to my place when this is all said and done, sleep in the same bed, and I'll just fart.
No, we're good. We're good.
Oh, that's a Dutch oven. Dutch oven.
Yeah,
I thought it was the same
I'm
thing.
not Dutch. I'm American. Okay. I use a regular oven or the green egg outside because that makes the best meats. But I do want to drop something. We are something really cool coming up out of Miami, and Be the Change is a part of this, and I'm so happy. We are doing something to help feed the first responders and hospital staff and different things. I don't have all the details yet, but I do want to just drop that and let people know, like, guys, it doesn't matter. I'm in Atlanta, and this is going to help Miami. We're also going to do it in Atlanta and find ways to do it. Everybody can do something to help without even going outside of your house, without even jumping in the fray. You just find a group of friends, find a group of people that want to help, and just try to figure it out.
Leverage your connections, plain and simple. This is the time where if somebody doesn't have money, you find somebody that maybe has a few bucks to spend. You find somebody that has a restaurant that needs food going out and wants to give and wants to do all these different things. Just start talking to your people. It's all good.
Yeah. No, I love it. And the name of it's called Gratitour, but you'll see more about that next week.
next week. All right, ladies and gentlemen, guess what time that just was? That was our Be the Change moment of the day. All right, Liza, take us around the internet.
That's exactly what we're doing. It's time to go around the internet, where we showcase some of our favorite, whether it's funny, inspirational, kind of weird videos to show you. So here we go, loading it up right away. I think this next meme, or the first one I should say of the day that we have, is one that we know oh so well. We've known this little girl, we've seen her all over, and now we apparently, while we're in quarantine, are going to grow old with her. That's right. That is the girl that we all know from the awkwardness. How long have you been in lockdown? And homegirl is straight up, that is her 20 years later and looking just as awkward and crazy as we all are during the quarantine. So I feel like she has become the face of the internet, much like the lint brush has become a must-have tool while you're indoor. That said, moving right along, what we've continued to see is celebrities showing that they're just like us, trying their best to learn new skills, up their game while they're in casa quarantine. And here we have Kelly Rowland doing it well, if you will. She's doing a little cooking on her Instagram Live. But what I want to highlight here, and I want you all to look down, is that Bruno Mars, who decided to jump on her live, started off coming in pretty hot like a savage. I just got in here and I already know you messing that up. Continue to go on. And then he was like, throw that funky towel away already. And my favorite, that looked like mud. So there was a little friendly battle happening between him and Kelly Rowland, who was absolutely oblivious as to what was happening because she was trying to focus so much on making her little cake that just clearly was struggling. So I don't know if you all have picked up cooking along the way, but apparently Bruno is out there to throw down a match. Apparently he makes better cake, so I want to see him whip something up. And speaking of whipping up something, I do want to give a shout out to this college student who actually took her quarantine time to be a regular hero and give back. So big shout out to Ashley Lawrence, who actually took this time to create masks for people that are deaf and hard of hearing. Super important. And Ja Verdi is actually a historian at a university, and her herself, she is deaf and hard of hearing, and has been really grateful that this is now a resource that those in that population can have. So really just want to give her a round of applause for being a regular hero. Now, moving over to some fun, as we all are inside, as you can see from today's show. We're getting a little wacky, a little crazy, but good to know we're not the only ones that are doing that. Katharine McPhee, known from American Idol fame, and her legendary husband, David Foster, have started creating a bi-weekly kind of show on their Instagram. We're going to talk a little bit more about it on our live stream, but here's a recap of the last one. This was their ode to Disney.
Tonight's theme is Disney.
I want to be 36 double D. Using a fork to comb her hair. Should I YouTube how to give him a haircut? I'm sweating, still sweating, still sweating.
That's her husband?
Oh yeah, so that's the thing. So it's funny. He was actually around when Disney was founded, and she's been watching all of them on replay.
All right, I'm going to get back to
Disney
my
Plus.
cards.
I love it. And last but not least, adding to our showdown here at Work From Home Network TV with The Daily Show, we aren't scared of a little friendly competition. Our own Aaron Smalls has brought it. It looks like TikTok is also really backing him up, because it is now time to pick your own quarantine character. And first one up.
That's good.
That was really good, actually.
I clearly am the wine girl. Super excited because we have our wine expert today, Scott Evans, joining us briefly. But for now, everyone, that has been Around the Internet. Yeah.
That was awesome.
Is
Anybody? Ooh,
It's my new character.
oh
bump
yeah,
that, bro.
Aaron,
I'm throwing out Raichu. Let's go, Pokemon.
oh, we gotta do
Bringing
this.
it back. Bringing it
Okay.
back. Bringing it back.
I feel like Aaron has a lot of pent up expressions he's ready to say. Hit
Aaron,
us
what
with
you
your
got?
I'm just so I'm just so overwhelmed by the support of that woman. That's all I
See
got.
what you started. See what you started. We got another one for you on Friday, but for now, that is that. And I think it's time for a little OPP. So, Aaron, hit us with some other people's positivity. Oh.
I like it. Just like Liza said, we're moving into our next segment.
I'm coming for you, Gary V. Let's go. Sorry.
Other people's positivity. That's right. And in this segment, we like to talk about other people's positivity. Sometimes I'll bring people on the show. Sometimes I'll just point out things that are happening around the internet or with people in the world that are really positive. So a couple things I want to talk about with this is a man named Tyler Perry. A lot of you guys know him. Tyler Perry has been doing some incredibly positive things for people. And one of the things that he did for people in Atlanta, he posted $21,000. That's amazing. He did that in Atlanta. And then just the other day in New Orleans, in NOLA, which he is a native of, he went into Winn-Dixie and he paid for everyone's groceries. So pretty much what happened is people that were in the store, they slid them a rack, and I'm not talking like $1,000 in a rubber band, not that kind of rack. They received a piece of paper that said random act of kindness, and when they took that to the register, all of their groceries were paid for. So that's pretty amazing. It's a positive thing that some of these celebrities are doing out there, and I absolutely love that. So to that, I say to you guys, if you aren't staying home, you better be going out into public to pay people's bills, because that is other people's positivity.
Is he still paying for it? Because I got to go to the grocery store right now. I'm gonna catch y'all later.
I hope so.
We have Ryan Seacrest doing that here in LA, where people could like sign in and send their bills, and then if you're lucky, you can get it paid for a whole year. But like, I mean, does Tyler want to sponsor the Work From Home Network TV to pay all of our bills and the viewers at home? We're down. We're down. Bring it.
I mean, he is Atlanta.
I'll take groceries. I can get the rest.
I'll take groceries.
What's up, Ryan Seacrest? Atlanta, we doing it.
Oh,
Not
yeah,
lucky.
that is
We
true.
just paying.
That is true. He is also from Atlanta. Well, this is a perfect time to get the party started. I will have him pay for a little bit of Wine Wednesday. So that said, boys, we'll see you in a bit, dropping you off as we get ready to bring on our next guest. Super pumped for Wine Wednesday. As you all know, the statistics have shown that people are drinking during their time in Casa Quarantine. And a lot of them are actually exploring new wines, new pairings. You know, they're tired of just doing the same old, and they want to explore. So who better than to bring on than one of my friends, Scott Evans from Quintessential Wines. Scott, welcome. Hello.
Hey, how are you?
I'm so well. How are you?
I'm great. I'm here. I'm staying home. I don't want to pay for people's groceries, so I'm gonna stick it here. But yeah, I like where you're going with this. I think a lot of people need to explore and expand their horizons, and no better time to do this, right? And the company I work for, Quintessential Wines, is a perfect opportunity for that. So we could dig right in if you want.
Yeah, I love it. But before we do here at Work From Home Network TV, want to know where you're checking in from. Let us know how it's affecting you, where you're at, because, you know, we're all about connection and community.
Right now, I'm just faking it till I make it. So I'm pretending like it's not affecting me. So I'm trying to stay positive. I'm here with the family, which is great. I got a little 10-year-old upstairs right now doing a little Zoom meeting for her schoolwork. My wife is up in her office. They kicked me out of my home office because my mother-in-law is staying here. So I'm here on the dining room table, all spread out with all my stuff. So that's how things are going. I'm up in Northern California in Marin County. So the rain has broken and now we have some sunshine. So things are beautiful and spring-like. But I'm stuck here at home, so I'm making the most of it.
I love it. Well, you're making the most of it with us, and we're totally grateful for that. I'm going to take it away here to give you a little solo just so that everybody can kind of see. So pumped to have you, as I mentioned. But yeah, let's dig right in. I received this box. I'm so pumped. Want to know exactly what everything is so I could start pairing and mixing, especially for the weekend. I want to give a big shout out to all my fellow Jewish watchers. It is the start of Passover, and then this weekend is Easter for everybody else that celebrates. So this is like a perfect time for Wine Wednesday. So take us away with our first.
Absolutely. So what you have right there in your hand is a Toso Brut. So Brut means the sugar level of wine, sparkling wine. This is not a champagne. Champagne is made only in Champagne, France. So a lot of people will say, I want some champagne, and they'll grab that. I have some champagne, which is fine, and I'm not, looking down on you for that.
We could be bougie though. In quarantine, we could be bougie.
If you want to be a purist, you want to stick to those rules, right? So again, Brut means the sugar level. That particular wine is about 8 grams per liter. A typical champagne a Brut falls between 6 and 12. One of my favorite champagnes is 7, just below this, but this guy right here is perfect for the situation. 100% Chardonnay. So that technically is a Blanc de Blanc white wine made with white grapes, right? And you see the pairing down below. Those things are perfect with that wine.
You had me at creamy cheese right away. When you said creamy cheese, I was like, oh, yes, that would be great.
Oh, that Le Dauphinois with the cracker in there?
Yes, just have it. Now, moving right along, here is our next one for everybody to see at home.
So that is a nice little rosé in the French style, but however, this is made in Portugal. And this guy here is great. So the blend
Can you
on
say
that
the name with me? Because I think it's so fun to say the name. Ready?
São Miguel. I just say São Miguel.
Herdado, São Miguel, Rosé.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so fun.
Yeah, that's amazing. Can I record that and use that later? I love that. So the Touriga Nacional is a grape. The heritage is from Portugal. Syrah is from France. That's the other part of the blend. And then another one that's fun to say, you could say this with me, Aragonese. And that's the blend of this, and the cepage creates this nice little lovely rosé that has great acidity. It's super crisp, and you can $14.99 retail on that thing. It's a beautiful little wine.
I love that. Now, for you all watching at home, we actually are going to have a code for you to get all these wines at a discount, so stay tuned for that. But one thing I want to note about this rosé is the color of it. I already am like, oh, this is one of those that I could do rosé all day. So that's probably going to be my Sunday pick, which I'm pretty pumped about. So coming up next is one of my favorites.
Lucas and Llewellyn. So that is a Pinot Noir. And all these wines are estate, and that's the key, right? So these are all owned by people that own their vineyards and look after their vineyards. That is 100% Pinot Noir. It comes from 2 vineyards, Los Alamos, and the other vineyard that they also own is the Good Child Vineyard in Santa Barbara County. And look at those pairings. It's classic Pinot Noir on the lighter style for a California. And again, in a lot of California Pinot Noirs, some of them have a little bit of the heavier grape in there to get, this one's a lighter style. So it's
that's what I was going to ask. That's the difference with this one, that you're not going to get as much as that punch. It's a little bit lighter, so it's like it has a nice finish, especially when you do pair it with the chicken, which I particularly love.
Yeah, you're not going to get fatigue on the palate for that.
Yep. Now moving along to this one.
There you go.
Also another fun name.
I settle back in your seats if you let me indulge on this. This is my favorite little wine. It's so much fun to talk about this wine. So this is from Montalcino, and Montalcino, DOCG Montalcino, they're known for their Brunello. And the fun thing about this wine, if you get to know a little bit about some of these wines from Europe, they don't tell you what the grape cepage is on there. Like if you go buy a California wine, you look at it, there's Chardonnay, it's pretty self-explanatory. It could have other grapes in there, but that's in general. And sorry if I'm talking fast because I want to get a lot in with this one because it's super important to me.
Yeah, no, please do. You're good.
100% Sangiovese is the grape, and that's the darling grape of Italy, right? There's a couple of them, but that's one of the darlings, right? And that's one of the darling regions of the Tuscany region, which we all, if we're into wine and we learn about European wine, a lot of people know Tuscany. So this is not Chianti, but it's made with Sangiovese. 100% DOCG means that the government of Italy has anointed this wine to hit all the standards, which they don't use sprinklers. They don't use, it's all dry irrigation. And this is basically a baby Brunello, which means the vines are not old enough to be classified as a Brunello. Yeah. But if you drink this, you're not going to miss Brunello. You're going to be like, wow, I got a steal on this one. It's It's just a lovely little wine. I can't say enough.
And this one retails for what generally?
$29, right? And the brand name is Cortanesi. La Manella is a single vineyard, which is also rare for a Rosso at that price. So that means it's from a special place to them as well. So
I love it. No, it's great. Now we have two more. So we have this Petite Syrah, which I love.
a little bit more heritage there. So Fopiano is the bonded winery for Fopiano is 312. And what that means is there's some heritage there. They started their winery in 1896 before Prohibition. So they've been doing it for a long time. So they're in their 5th generation. So this is another special old California wine. And Petite Syrah is not something you see a lot, right? You don't see that on the shelf a lot. So it's a little bit different than your average wine, a little more esoteric. Comes from the Russian River Valley, which is really, it's a nice cool climate. So the wine ends up being a nice little lovely Petite Syrah. Petite Syrah is basically a really tight, small grape. And there's a lot of density there. It creates a lot of color, and it's a big, bold wine in typical fashion. But from the Russian River Valley,
I was going to say, which is why it pairs so nicely with bold foods, is because it really just blends in super well.
Exactly.
And last but not least, I was going to say, this is a good classic, especially if you're up in Napa, you go to Mustard's or something, and get a burger. This is like the one you want to have.
Yeah, so that one is actually from Lodi, and it comes near, and it's a cool climate in Lodi. It comes right next to a river for the, what's that, the Macomb River. It's kind of hard to say. It's an Indian name, and that has a little blend of Petite Syrah in it as well. But again, we're back to what we're talking about earlier: estate-grown, family-owned wineries they're really passionate. They've been doing this for a long time, many generations. And Zinfandel it's America's grape, right? So, yeah, it's a lovely wine.
Yeah, we have comments coming in because people are already loving the wine. It is Wine Wednesday. So I love that we are really showcasing family-owned wines right now. It's super important. And we're going to put the code up. So if anyone at home does actually want to go to order the wine, all they have to do is use this code and they'll be able to get 5 cents flat shipping by using the code WFHWine, right? They'll receive 25% off on shipping on bottles of 12 bottles or more is that 5 cent flat shipping. And they go to familywineries.direct.com, correct?
That's beautiful. Music to my eyes and my ears.
I love it. Well, thank you so much, Scott, for being with us. Chin chin to you. Wine Wednesday. I'm toasting to you. May you have a great week with some good wine, and hopefully we'll see you back again soon.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Bye. Oh my gosh, y'all. I don't know about you, but I'm bringing on the boys. I am such a lover of wine. Big shout out to everyone leaving comments. I'd love to know which one is your favorite, how you celebrate. Dang, Curtis is ready with the fancy folks.
Well, I mean, you said Italian, and I brought out a luxury beach towel made by one of my awesome friends. He's also an amazing artist, David Sebastian. Limited run. This one is a beautiful one, as you can see. I won't show you everything, but
just a tease, just like our wine was a tease today. I was like, should I open them all? But I'm like, oh my God, we're not gonna have time to drink them all. I was like, no, I need to properly pair each of them. So I think that is inspiring some future quarantine cooking segments too.
They all go well with being inside. They pair with being inside. I do find it interesting that he was a wine expert, but did not understand the proper pronunciation of wines. It's Pinot Noir, and it is. And I don't think he had a Pinot Grigio, but I believe he would have mispronounced that as well.
You didn't have a strong T.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me take my sunglasses off. There we go.
I'm gonna enjoy this Cabernet I have right in front of me. Okay.
My turn.
For white wine drinkers.
I'm gonna go out and actually get some wine because while that segment was happening, Tyler Perry actually stopped by and he dropped off.
We're gonna put up Aaron's address. He's gonna sponsor.
Hey, you want to play for it? You want to play for it? I'm ready, Aaron.
Aaron, you got that money right there. Get some better internet.
And pick up a Dunkin' Donut while you're at it.
Boom.
Not
sponsored by them, but some of our internet is. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and go to time for quarantine and chill. I'm gonna really quick. What's that? Yep, we're gonna dance.
Quarantine and chill.
Oh, got it. Yeah. All right, today on quarantine and chill, we're gonna have Chad back. We're gonna have all the boys because we have a very special edition. of our Biscuits and Gravy episode. Today is our James Bond edition. Special guest, I've nicknamed everybody because it's just fun. It's Troyer Galore and Odd Job Ken Paul. So if anybody's watched this before, we give away $5 Venmos. That'll be at 2 p.m. Pacific time. And 2 p.m. Pacific time, 5 p.m. Eastern. I like how I have to do the math every time. We're talking movies we're watching right now, and we're going to be talking on this episode the best James Bond movie. We've got Beer of the Day, and we've got Clothing of the Day from Ken Paul. So it should be a fashionable episode. Make sure you join us then, especially in order to win $5. If you want the quick heads up of what I've been watching, I finished Ozark. I know that's not a movie, but that's what I've been doing the last couple of days. It is over. We'll talk more about Ozark on the show, as well as maybe I did hit a little Toy Story 4 just to brighten my mood. Just a little bit, maybe shed a tear. So that is what's going on with Quarantine and Chill. Join me today again with Biscuits and Gravy at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, or Pacific Daylight Time, and then 5 o'clock Eastern. See you then. We want to give away free stuff. Tyler, and that is my edition of Quarantine and Chill.
Bond. Bond, did someone say James Bond?
James Bond.
Oh my.
I'm ready.
Edition.
I'm ready for this one.
I like it. You look good.
Thank
You're
you.
like a ninja.
I love the outfit there, Curtis. That's fantastic. And to you two up there on your comments.
Hey.
I didn't say anything about you, Aaron. I love Dunkin' Donuts.
I just wanted some money, Aaron. I wanted some money, and I
You
was
clearly.
You could have, a Dunkin' Donut along the way. Like, I didn't know you didn't like Dunkin' Donuts. Maybe Krispy Kreme is more your style. But you know what, Aaron? That just lets me know that you need a little bit of word diet in your day. So it's time for the word diet. Bam. Have a little bit of positivity. All right, y'all. I'm going to sign you off for one hot sec and talk all things word diet. Love that you all have been loving the deck. Yet again, we are working with this one upside down, and help if I have it straight up. The well-being cards, which we love. And let's see what today's inspiration brings us, shall we? Bam. I see this day as a positive new beginning. Oh, it's never too late to have a new beginning. This is literally for Aaron. It is never too late to have a new beginning. I love it. The back of it says, today and tomorrow can be very different from yesterday if you can let yesterday go and focus on today. Today and tomorrow are about your now vibration, and you have complete control over that. Look for things to feel good about and watch how everything in your life will unfold to reflect that good feeling vibration. Now, I love this card because today, tomorrow, and yesterday all seem like the same day when you're in quarantine. So it's just a great reminder to keep your vibration up, keep those positive thoughts up. And if you do need like a little bit of an extra boost to have something to be happy about, get yourself some wine. We had so many options that you can have today that you can pick from today. Meditate, find some time for yourself, find something to make you smile, even if it's having a FaceTime with some friends and having some friendly jobs like we did with Aaron today, or making your own quarantine character. It's all about you celebrating your essence. And super simple, to the point, but at the same time, super important, because more than ever, we're finding out that taking time for ourselves isn't something that we always do. And I found that so many people get wrapped up in their to-dos, even when they're in casa quarantine, that they're like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired. I have all these emails, but I haven't even taken time to do something for myself. I'm like, take a hot bath. Take a walk around the house if you need to. So it's just a friendly reminder to be in the vibration of now, keep those good vibes up, and let's keep the fun rolling. And with that, I'm bringing back my boys, and that has been oh, I see Curtis. He has his books ready to go. Bam! Oh, you got that Gary Vee action. I see you.
You got to know your enemy. I mean, isn't that the first rule?
Oh,
what was
I
that
love
say?
Gary though. He's a friend of the show. Signed first edition. Oh, I got the same one, boo. So we can flex. We could double flex.
Oh, just let you know, he didn't know I was there planning. But I just wanted to give you an idea for not an idea, but a quote on the word diet, since it was talking about vibrate. The famous philosophical quote maker, P.D. Pablo, like he said, make it vibrate.
Well, you know what? With that is a wrap on today's word diet. And moving right along, Aaron, I think we have quite a bit of comments to pick from today. Clearly, it's just making you laugh.
We got concerned when Curtis said vibrate. We both went.
Both of us are like,
I didn't say that. P.D. Pablo.
Where's this going?
Philosophical genius.
Oh my gosh.
Well, we've got a lot of great comments going on out there. I could show a lot of them, but the only one I really need to show is this one. So,
No.
Kelly, that's a great observation.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great comments out there. Shout out to Pank24. Hello. Thanks for joining us over there. We had a lot of really good responses to the wines over there. So, Tommaso.
Hey,
Anthony,
his name sounds like a bottle of wine. I love it.
Yes, Mottocino Rosso di Mottocino Sangiovese.
I like it. That's
What
awesome.
did you say?
What he said. I don't know.
Yeah. They really love that baby Brunello. Is that how you said, Anthony?
Yes.
Yes, Brunello. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotta love that. They love that petite Syrah that's in there.
Yes.
Is that a curse word?
I don't know. Foppiano. I prefer a
Don't be
Grande
cursing at me.
Syrah. I like them a little more bigger.
I like them round. And big.
Okay. Well, I do like that.
Can't help
Tristan
myself,
gets it
I'm an
right on
animal.
point. She also said, fabulous wine from a fabulous family. And that is right. I think that what's so great is that each of the wines that we displayed, we're all from these family wineries. Again, so we definitely want to show you the code at home. Use the code WFHWine to receive 25% off and 5 cents, y'all. 5 cents flat shipping on 12 bottles of wine or more when you visit FamilyWineries.com.
Do they have virgin wine?
Oh.
Is there a
alcoholic?
Is there a grape called Curtis?
Shut your mouth, Anthony. There we go. All right, moving on. I think we're going. What's next?
Oh, what a fun show this has been. All right, we're going to keep this party rocking here. And coming up in the next week, we are officially getting our new show up and running, and it's called
Show Us What You Got.
That's right. We're searching the internet for those hidden virtual gems. So if you guys have talent out there, you can sing, you can play the guitar, you can play the saxophone, you're a magician, you can grow an incredible mustache, whatever that talent is, if you've got it, we want you to show it to us. And that's going to be our Internet's Got Talent type of game show. That's coming up next week. That's going to be up and running. We're going to have some special guest judges on that. So you definitely want to be a part of Show Us What You Got. Make sure you guys leave us a comment, send us a DM, email us, any of that stuff, so that way we can get you to be a part of this show.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm going to judge the show.
It's backwards.
I want to make sure you're doing the thing.
It's
Oh my
backwards. The label is supposed to be closer to your mouth. Switch it.
Oh, sorry. Here we go.
Clearly, that's it. That's it, Curtis. That is it. It is time now for our live streaming guide as we give everybody at home some other things to watch when, of course, you're not watching us here on Power Hour Live. So first up, I do want to give a shout out to the Youth Cinema Project, which today is kicking off, as I go this way, today is kicking off right after our show at 1 p.m. Pacific. That's 4 p.m. Eastern. The lottery ticket featuring the cast of Gentefied. They're going to do a live reading. But what's really cool about this, and I think you all will appreciate this, the scripts were written by students. These particular ones are from La Merced Intermediate. Every week, they're going to be showcasing the work that these students have been working on BC before Corona and are doing something creatively to still have their work shown. And they're bringing together the cast from all the different top Latinx shows out there, which we really appreciate. And then moving right along, of course, later today, we have much more in store for you with our shows, Wingman to Greatness, of course, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time and 1 p.m. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, of course, we have Power Hour Live. And Tuesdays, we have Let's Talk About It, which is our Spanglish show. And then we have Biscuits and Gravy right after, also at 2 o'clock later on today. And we'll be back on that with Friday. And then Friday, one of our favorite days, we have Happy Hour. Clearly, we might have to have some wine on that day too. But if music is more your jam, then today at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern, Kenny G will be on. And then right after, Tori Kelly at 2:30 or 5:30 Eastern will be on Billboard's At Home concert series that they're doing on their Facebook. And last but not least, Miss Catherine McPhee Foster and David Foster, who we got to see earlier in our Around the Internet segment, will be doing another themed music genre variety show today at 5:30 p.m. on Catherine's IG, Catherine Foster. Da-da-da-da. And that has been our live streaming guide.
Fantastic.
I love it.
Nice.
So I do want to give a big shout out to our guest today, Scott, for being with us, walking us through such a fantastic selection of wines. And then, of course, to all of you who have been leaving comments at home, we've had a blast. Anthony, I think it's time to take it away.
Oh, wait. First, we got to see that beautiful baby.
Just proof I've been a G all my life. Just all.
He's just like unlocking this time capsule at home.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've officially lost our mind on Wacky Wednesday. Thank you guys for tuning in to Power Hour Live.
Tell me the truth. I know we've gone our separate ways. Can we get love back? I know we've had our better days. Can we get love back?
Okay.
Can we get love back?
Aw, so sweet.